America is about to take a very dark turn, and I really pray that you guys are prepared for what's ahead in our country because as long as these Democrats are in charge and pulling the strings in this country, we are going to see some pretty crazy economic turmoil. I've got lots to show you in today's broadcast, but on a brighter note, I wanted to tell you guys about a new adventure that me and Justice Knight started. It's called We're Forked Up. This is a brand new YouTube channel. It's free, 100% no cost. But because of the dark turn that America is taking, I want to encourage you to subscribe to that channel. We've really got some funnies, some really cool clips that we're adding there. But it's more of a humorous time to kind of bring a smile to your face while we go around to restaurants and kind of review them. But it's really more humorous and bringing you guys to the table with us. But just thought I'd throw that out there. Again, it's free. There's no cost, but subscribe to it so you can at least have a smile on your face during these dark times. But with that, let's get into how bad things are right now in the United States of America. And again, I really pray that you guys are preparing, putting stuff aside, preparing with food, preparing your family, having some kind of diversified profile, these kinds of things. But let's start first with the layoffs that are going on. Take a look at this nationalmortgageprofessional.com site. Reverse mortgage fundings layoff 400 people. This is November 29th, 2022. Then we have CNN, Communist News Network, DoorDash to lay off 1,250 corporate employees. So we have DoorDash laying off large amounts of people, and that's CNN, of course. And then we also have, this is the HollywoodReporter.com. Layoffs begin at CNN itself amid Warner Brothers Discovery cost cutting plan. Not that I'm going to say the CNN cutting of jobs has much to do with the economy. I think it has more to do with the fact that nobody's watching their channel anymore, but just thought I'd throw that one on there to bring a smile to your face. I think CNN should be completely disbanded and no longer be sharing news. They have proven over and over and over again they are sold out to the leftist radical agenda. But take a look at this too. This is on CNBC.com. After the Great Resignation and quiet quitting, the era of loud layoffs is here. And so this is them admitting that, hey, we're about to see massive amounts of layoffs. So this is just November 30th, 2022. And then I found this Breitbart article, which really detailed some of these layoffs. And it's Breitbart.com, biggest job cuts in decades coming, ? And it says, have you seen the massive number of job cuts taking place right now in the tech industry? Money manager Charlie Baleo posted a list recently, and the numbers are stunning. And here's the numbers. Twitter's cutting 50%. Obviously, Elon has a lot to do with that, but there's others. Facebook, 11,000 jobs. Snap, 20% of the workforce. You could say Shopify, Netflix, Microsoft, Salesforce, Robinhood, Tesla, Lyft, Redfin, Coinbase, and Stripe, all cutting high portions of their jobs. Now, this particular money manager also issued a warning on this as well. And here's what he said. According to Bill Boner, a 73-year-old ultra successful entrepreneur whose companies employ thousands of people around the world, these layoffs are just getting started and are just the beginning. In fact, Boner says the next phase of the crisis is going to come from a place few people are even thinking about right now. Boner says what's looming close on the horizon will catch almost everyone by surprise and could lead some to very difficult years in American history. Now, here we have this warning, and this particular warning is coming from a successful entrepreneur, but it's not just coming from entrepreneurs and economists. Take a look at what Jeff Bezos, who I don't particularly care for, but he actually issued an alert as well, or a warning of his own, and this is on MSNFirstPost.com. Jeff Bezos warns of economic recession and advises people to postpone large purchases. Here's another person warning of recession, and this is on MarketWatch.com, and it's headlined, "I believe the economy is the biggest bubble in world history," says Rich Dad, Poor Dad author Robert Kiyosaki. God have mercy on us all. Now, those are all some really powerful words coming from some key players here, even key players within the economy, but they're stating, hey, we have the biggest bubble in world history. We're being told that economic recession is here and that we need to postpone some of those bigger purchases, and that things are really getting rocky in the US. Let me just show you how rocky things have gotten in addition to the massive layoffs that I showed you earlier in today's broadcast. Here we have UPI.com. Consumer confidence drops in November, second straight month. Here we also have Forbes.com. Housing market decline. Home prices continued 3-month decrease in September. Then we have this as well. This is National Association of Realtors. Existing home sales fell for the 9th straight month and declined 5.9% in October 2022. We also have, and this is an important factor when you're looking at recessions, Chicago PMI collapses to COVID lockdown lows, and it screams recession. Then we also have Gateway Pundit, Biden economy, ADP job numbers released, and they're horrible. 100,000 manufacturing jobs gone. And speaking of Biden, he's not making things better. Right before the midterms, he said his Inflation Reduction Act, which had nothing to do with reducing inflation, would reduce inflation. You just had to trust his administration. And now, after the midterms, obviously that never panned out to be true. And now we have Joe Biden saying, well, you're going to have to deal with inflation for quite a little bit longer. Funny how after the midterms, something else, their entire concept changes. But the Biden administration doesn't seem to be trying to revive the United States of America in any way, shape, or form. In fact, he's offering green incentives to companies. And as a result, we're also having massive layoffs in our manufacturing businesses, in our fossil fuel industries, and the whole 9 yards, something that we cannot handle at this point in time. He's literally crumbling us to the core. Here's what the House GOP actually stated about what Biden's doing. I think this is a good conclusion here. Over 60% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck in Joe Biden's economy. Nearly 40% of workers are considering a second job to stay afloat. Hardworking Americans cannot afford to pay the cost of Democrats' reckless spending any longer. Amen and amen. And we're all taking hits. We absolutely are. Even I myself have taken a hit financially massively this past year. So I know everyone is feeling it. But with that, one of the ways that you can protect yourself is check out my sponsor, at noblegoldinvestments.com. And it just so happens to collide on this particular report that I'm doing. But anyhow, if you don't have your profile diversified, please do it. I cannot stress that enough. Get gold, silver, precious metals, because we don't know which way the dollar is going to crumble. And now is the time to get that IRA and get that IRA backed by something other than the US dollar. And right now they are giving away this 3-ounce silver coin here, but you can call them up. And they give it with any approved plan, but you can call them up, let them know you heard it on Lisa Haven's channel, and they are no hassle whatsoever. Anyhow, thanks again for tuning in. I love you all. I'm Lisa Haven, signing out.